One of the greatest benefits of the MBTI personality type is that it gives us some insights into looking at how each preference prefers to communicate, and there are specific tips that will aid in effective communication. With an extrovert, some effective communication tips would be to talk to them face to face. Present their information in groups as they like to talk about it with others, and give them the time and the opportunity to really verbally process the information within a team or a group. Emphasize action to be taken, and expect the extroverts to toss out great many ideas and even to speak up in group situations. In the contrast of the introverts, for communication, try things in writing. They prefer to have an email so they have an opportunity to ponder, to think, and to reflect on what's being given to them. They like to have the information presented to them individually or in small groups. They're going to need time to really reflect on their thoughts after they've received that information and before they're able to share their ideas with anyone else. In our sensing, these communication types prefer the tips such as clearly presenting their topic. They need to have things done in an orderly format. They need many details, lots of facts, and some concrete examples. They're going to like props, multimedia, and samples. Remember that they really enjoy learning and taking in information and communicating through all of their senses, through sight, hearing, smelling, touching, and even tasting if there's an opportunity. Focus on the tangible and practical results that can be achieved in that short term. When you look at the intuitive types, they want to see the big picture, that long-term possibilities. Emphasize those ideas and concepts and avoid some of those smaller details. If you really need to look at details and specifics, use patterns and emphasize the connections to the big picture. Try brainstorming and graphic organizers for an intuitive type. Give them a problem to solve and allow them to have the room to be innovative, novel, and even creative. In communicating with a thinking type, be brief and get to that point real quick. Use logic. They love logical arguments. They do not enjoy the emotional side. The arguments that appeal to the head really are more appealing to them than the ones to the heart. Clearly identify any pros or cons that need to be weighed and allow time to critique. Expect things to be fair. Thinking types need fairness. When communicating with the feeling type, instead of being fair, they like harmony. So create a supportive, friendly environment and begin with words of appreciation and identify any areas of agreement, really emphasizing that harmony piece. Use emotional arguments instead of logic and emphasize the effect on people involved. Self-disclose with personal anecdotes or examples. When communicating with the judging type, remember to be prompt or early and stick to your schedule or your deadline. You want to present information in a very organized manner. Emphasize those deadlines and those timetables. Expect your decisions to be made quickly and that your judging type is going to jump on and to act immediately. They like to be task-oriented and avoid any kind of surprises. For the perceiving type, expect to have a lot of fun. Leave extra time to get work done because their deadlines are not really perceived as the deadline. They see deadlines as flexible. Present your information as options that are modified and let them draw conclusions. Capitalize on their natural last-minute energy.